Welcome, Tzvi here. After 25 years of amazing self-development, this habit isn't about eating, sleeping, exercise, yoga, meditation, the list goes on and on forever. And yes, I've tried them all. Even though these things are so important, I would have to say without a doubt, the most powerful way to attract the health, the wealth, the partners, whatever it may be, is yes, being present. I'll say it again, yes, being present is so underrated and so overlooked. Why? I'm going to explain to you why it is so important, and I've seen so many changes in myself, seen so many changes with clients that I've worked with. When they become present, the abundance that they've been looking for has started to come into their life and entered through being present right here, right now. I want to touch a very small portion, is that we are spiritual beings. And the most effective way to use the greater forces, God, Hashem, the Creator, is to be present here right now. Why? Because otherwise we're worried about this, worried about that. We're not present. We're not able to focus our mind on what we do want, of connecting to Him. Otherwise we get caught up in all these silly nuances happening all the time. And that's not what it's about. That's what being present is not about doing. It's about being here right now. You don't have to do anything. You have to just be. I'll explain more. How does this really help? Well, by being present right now, we actually can focus our mind and our thoughts and our energy and our heart and start to trust ourselves, what we're thinking, what we're doing, and how we're acting. And if it's not feeling comfortable, we also at the same time, because we're present, we can adjust it. And sometimes we may have to take time out. You're going to say it sounds so wonderful, but it's difficult. But the one thing about being present is just being here right now. So the old habits can be there and can be dominant and can be trying to control you and take you over there. But we just let it. We're not fighting it. We don't try and persuade it. We try and force it. We don't try and get that square peg and try and put it in the round hole. We know that square peg fits so beautifully in a square hole. We allow it to happen. You may not be able to find it straight away, but we are present. So we're here right now. We see and assess. No, I don't need to get a big hammer to bash it to make it happen. I can take the time and enjoy it, working out where it is. Now I see the square hole. I can put the square peg in there. So we just let the old way happen. And over time, once it starts to enjoy it and sees the benefit of it, our mind and body, it will take it on. But yes, it can get pulled off the old way. That's just the way it always is. We have ups and downs. We can actually look at the downs as another chance to grow by being present. It's like, okay, I've had downs before and I've known that they're so powerful. When I'm present, I can choose the thoughts I want with the emotion. So what it's plus again, so we just let the old habits go, but we change our mind to what we want. It's like having a noise in the background. Do we want to get tuned into the noise in the background and let it destroy our day? Or we can choose to just leave it over there. That was there for a good reason. I know it's a test from the Creator God that now I can focus on what I want. And all of a sudden that annoying noise is now just blurred out. We've locked it out of our senses. We're honing in what we want. The same thing. These old habits is still there. We're not going to get hooked into it, the worries about the past. Well, if we were meant to deal with it in the past, we would have done. Or if we're worried about the future, we would deal with it in the future. But we can deal with it right now. And if you're not right now, you've given all that up. And we know, we've been taught from the Holy Torah, that we're given the energy and the ability and to solve the problems right here, right now. It could be the health issues. It could be the wealth issues. We're given the strengths right now. If we need it for the future, we will get it in the future. And what does that do at the same time? It de-stresses the body. It lets all the worries go. And we know that when we let go of all the worries, it takes the pressure off the immune system. And what happens? The immune system actually has the strength now, because otherwise the immune system is busy with the fight and the worries. We start removing them. It now allows it to open up and to heal you. It's so amazing. It's this win-win situation. It's just constantly, where are my thoughts? I want to being present, because I know it's almost like you get in the zone and a problem comes up. And what happens when the problem comes up? When you're in a bad mood or something's difficult and you're trying to make it happen, it becomes overbearing and an old habit comes in. But when you're present and you're focusing on the task and an obstacle comes in the way, it's an obstacle. So that means we have to work out how to get around it, what do we have to change, and so on. And it becomes in an open way, and by being present, it becomes very productive. It's amazing how it is. And it opens up. We're not just limited to our sight and our hearing to try and resolve things. We're now hooked into a greater force, and we'll also open up to the feeling. Does it feel right? It's so amazing how it happens. It just keeps happening time and time again. Like science. What is science? Repetition that's able to be repeated over and over again. So you can say scientifically it happens because this is what happens. This channel is dedicated to help you reach your potential, and reaching your potential in your health and your wealth, whatever it may be. But these are the two topics that I focus on heavily. Through health means improving the immune system. How does wealth? Because if we're worried we don't have, we're going to get hooked into it. But we know when we let go and use our imagination and visualize, we know we start hooking into a greater force. And the best way to hook into visualization is by being present right now, because we can approach the emotions that we want. We can put our heart into it instead of being feared. I want this, but I'm scared. No, you can really start to enjoy it, become more thankful for out of it. It reduces stress in our life. It's a constant win-win situation. I've seen it happen with clients. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. I said, just focus on being present right now. And what happens? Over time, it starts to happen like, I can't believe it. This problem that I had just resolved itself. Before, it was a major thing that you got so worked up over. And now it's like, where did it go? It's so funny how it happens. We took the stress out of the situation. We understand that we can resolve it. How do we do that? By being present. We're creating new tracks in our mind through neuroplasticity of what we do want. And then over time, the body's going to start looking for it. Being present felt so good. I know I can do it. How do I work this out? It may take, sometimes you get swept away. Don't get me wrong. I've had it many times get swept away. And all of a sudden, like, hold on a minute. I just got caught out again. But that's not a problem. That was a test for me. I'm thankful for it, and I come back to the place I want. I've seen it happen with myself. When you have a health issue, it's like the mind's just going. No, I'm not trying to do anymore. I just need to be present. And that once I work out what that thought is, I'll replace it with something calm. And what happens? The body starts to reduce the stress and allows the immune system to kick in. We know this happens. We know the body's made to heal. We've seen it in the Holy Torah. It says it in the Gemara. This is all part of mindfulness. Mindfulness has been around forever in the Jewish world. I'm trying to alert you to it, that how important it is, how productive it is, and how much benefits there is. I want to thank you so much for staying through to the end. If you're already a subscriber, I appreciate it immensely. Thank you for helping me grow my channel. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you hit the subscribe button. I love the comments. All this great stuff, the comments, the likes, it helps the algorithm, helps me grow so I can help more people. This is the goal of this channel, is to help people reach their potential. Thank you very much.